So the golden question, budget, money. What does it actually cost to live a comfortable life in Thailand? I feel like I've seen a lot of videos, you probably have too. A lot of these are vastly different. Today we're gonna break it down from my experience so you have a better idea. So at this point, I'm sure you've heard, if you're planning on coming to Thailand, how cheap it is, how much farther your money is gonna go, especially if you're making a Western income. You can come here and you can live like a king for $500 a month. Or you might have heard, oh, well, no, that's not true. It's more expensive now. You need to make at least 3,000 or 4,000 to even be comfortable and even be able to eat what you want. Well, neither of those are true. Beautiful people of YouTube, welcome back. Today, like we said, we're gonna talk money. We're gonna talk one of the biggest motivators, I feel like, for a lot of people that are coming to Thailand is being able to live a much more comfortable life here than you might be able to at home for a much cheaper price. Now, there are hundreds of these videos, if not thousands already on YouTube, but I'm gonna speak from my experience because everybody is a little bit different. What I need to be comfortable may not be what you need, or you might need more. And any other videos you might have seen, those people might need to be going out every single night or going to the clubs or going and eating fancy food all the time. You, on the other hand, might be cool with cooking at home. Of course, everybody's budgets are different. So if you want to come here and go full tilt, you want to be wilding out, you want to go to all the fancy spots, of course you're going to need a little bit more money. But if you're going to be here full time, I'm assuming you're going to take some time to relax. You're going to spend some time at home. You're not going to be going out being a wild man forever. Well, maybe you are. And in that case, you're gonna need a little bit more. But I've been here for a year. I've lived on a few different budgets in that time, and I can kind of explain to you what everything is gonna get you. Nothing like a 5 p.m. sunset coffee to make sure you do not go to bed at a respectable time. So just for numbers sake, we'll just throw some random budgets out there just so you can kind of get a perspective on what to expect with different ones. So starting out on the high end, let's say you're making $3,000 a month. Just for perspective, that is about 100,000 baht. The median income in Thailand for Thais is anywhere from 15 to about 20,000 a month. And there's plenty of people that live here on that budget that are super comfortable. Now, granted, if you're coming here to retire, vacation, or whatever, you're probably gonna want a little bit more than that, the 15 or 20,000, just so you have a little bit more options of where you wanna stay, condos and things like that. But especially here in Pattaya, you can find decent condos from 7,000 to 10,000 baht a month. And then you think about that, you've got 90,000 baht left over. Even a expensive Western meal here is gonna run you anywhere from 4 to maybe 800 baht if you want like a really nice steak or something. So you think about that, you budget that out for a week, what is that? 8 times 5, so that's like 3,000 a week for food. Your phone bill and all that stuff is gonna be cheap. I think I only pay about $50 a month for my phone and my Wi-Fi. So in my opinion, $3,000 a month, as long as you're not going buck wild and you're out at the club popping bottles every night and grabbing shorties from wherever and buying everybody drinks, you're gonna be more than comfortable. Now, of course, if you wanna go to some real luxury places to live, condos, if you wanna get a villa, houses, things like that, of course, those are gonna run you a bit more. So that's definitely something to think about. Now, another decent chunk of your budget that I feel like some people tend to forget about, I definitely didn't really roll it into mine very well when I first got here, and that's gonna be your visas. Even if you're here on a long-term visa, you're still gonna have to pay renewal fees and stuff like that. Granted, they're pretty cheap depending on what visa you're on, but if you're budgeting, say 5,000 baht a month for food, if you're on the lower end of the budgets that we're gonna talk about, that's definitely something to consider, because that can be anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 a month, maybe every 90 days, 60 days if you're doing renewals or if you're doing visa runs, anything like that. So that's definitely something that you don't want to forget about. Under our next budget, in my personal opinion, to be relatively comfortable here, you're not going to live in the nicest condo, you're not going to be going out all the time, you're not going to be eating fancy food all the time, but to be relatively comfortable, to be able to buy the things that you want in moderation, is anywhere from about $1,200 to $1,500 a month. Now this is gonna get you a pretty decent condo with aircon, all that good stuff. You'll probably have a pool, a little gym. You're gonna be able to eat what you want for the most part. You're not gonna be able to go out and buy steaks every night, but you're gonna be able to go out to restaurants. You're gonna be able to buy groceries and stuff if you want. And for the most part, you're gonna be relatively comfortable. You're gonna have to budget. You're gonna have to pay attention to your spending, obviously, but you'll be able to get everything that you need and be able to still have some experiences. You're not gonna be able to travel around a ton or anything like that, but if you're just coming to relax and just want a little bit of a break, you can definitely do it for around $1,200 to $1,500. Now we're getting into the straight survival budget. Now disclaimer, I do not recommend, if this is your only amount of income, that you try to live off this in its entirety. It's not gonna be very comfortable. It's gonna be stressful, but if you have something on the horizon or you've got some more money coming in a few months, you can definitely survive here for as little as like $700 or $800. I know there's gonna be some people in the comments, no you can't, I've done it. There was a few months here where I was real tight and I had to budget down, and I did it. My condo was only $200 a month. Everything else was just going to food, and everything else went to bills. Now, you're gonna be able to do that and eat. That's about it. You're not gonna be going to the bar. You're not gonna be going to fancy restaurants. You're not really gonna be eating Western food. You're gonna be eating a lot of Thai food. You're gonna be eating street food. So if that's something that you're not comfortable with, and even if that really doesn't sound that bad to you, I definitely recommend at least trying to get to that mid-tier budget that we talked about, because it's gonna be stressful. There's gonna be months where you're not sure if you're gonna be able to cover everything, and you're gonna have to move some stuff around to make it happen. Now, like we said, I definitely wouldn't recommend that survival budget. If you have to do it for a couple months, okay, but I would definitely at least try to get up to that mid-tier budget that we talked about. Shorter video today, guys. If you would like to learn more about the cost of living and how much it actually costs to be comfortable here in Thailand, feel free to hit up my Everything Thailand playlist. And as always, I hope you guys have a great day. We'll catch you in the next one.